Today I want to share with you one of the biggest opportunities in the market, and by the way, I only have 20 minutes to do it. At 9 a.m. I'm going to start the workshop with my people from Baltanet, but one of the biggest things that is happening, not only in Peru, but I would say all around the world, is Facebook Marketplace. Why is a huge deal? Because let's try to analyze human behavior. Let's say that you have a rational person. You buy some stuff, and when you stop using that stuff, you can sell it, right? But that is a rational person. We are expecting too much from society. A real person, an average stupid person, what they do is they buy like motherfuckers all day long. They are scrolling their TikTok and their IG, buying from Temu also. And once that their house is full of crap, eventually something happens. Many of them have a fight with the wife. Shout out to my people from my promotion. They have a fight with the wife. They need to move to another apartment for any reason. And now they need to sell all the stuff at once and they don't have time. And you know what happens when a person wants to sell something fast? They need to sell it cheap. And by the way, when you want to buy fast, you have to buy expensive. So if you are a smart human being, what you can do is you can specialize in some type of items, and you can be researching all the time on Facebook Marketplace and check where these deals appear. And you can be the person that buys cheap, and with all the time you sell expensive, and in that way you can create your arbitrage. Facebook Marketplace is one of these few places where you can have C2C, customer to customer business. And I can tell you one huge advantage, because I have been selling long time ago on Facebook Marketplace. There are many advantages. First, that you have more information of your customer, and also the buyer have more information of the seller, and vice versa. I remember when I was selling my Seat Cupra, I didn't want to put the ad on a newspaper online, because you want to know who is coming to your house. You don't want a drug dealer or a criminal coming to your house and check the car. And also the benefit is that if you sell on Facebook Marketplace, and this is something that not many people understand, if you're a seller, you need to pay commissions. If you want to sell by Mercado Libre, you need to pay 10% of the commission. That is obscene. Used to be 5% long time ago. And if you want, for example, to sell your apartment, because I helped my mother to sell her apartment, if you want to sell your apartment in Adonde Vivir or Urbania, the cheapest ad that you can buy is 400 soles. The cheapest ad for just 1 month. If you want your apartment to be listed 1 month online on Urbania or Adonde Vivir, is 400 soles. The same ad, you can put it on Facebook Marketplace for free for 3 days. And if you want it to keep it popular, or to keep it on top of the publicities or promotion, you just put like 4 soles per day. For 4 soles per day, I remember I helped my mother to sell her apartment. It took like 2 weeks. I remember 2 weeks. How much I invest? Perhaps less than 40 soles instead of 400 soles listening on Urbania or Adonde Vivir. So it's a seller-friendly place to sell your stuff. One fast advice that I will give to everybody is be rational. Start selling the things that you don't use. And in that way, you cannot just do some extra money, but also what you can do there is you can acquire the skill of selling. Once that you acquire the skill of selling, you will be surprised how many things you can do in your life. And something, I want to add some extra stuff here, but some people believe that Meta, when I say Meta, I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram. Some people believe that their business is to sell the ads. And I can tell you that is just the side business. The real business of Zuckerberg in general is to mold human behavior. I can tell you because I'm a big Facebook user. I'm sometimes post on Instagram too, but I can tell you that they try to push content to you that you don't want. For example, there is a lot of content that they are trying to push on my feeds about women doing heroic activities, women rescuing other people, or a man that tried to approach to a woman and all the other guys approach to hit the guy. So eventually they are trying to seed fear if you are a man. And there are many things that Facebook try to do. So be careful when you consume the platform, because they are trying to shape your behavior. But at the same time, I believe using Facebook is a great opportunity. Why? Because there is kind of the ratio of supply and demand is good if you are a content creator. If you're a content creator, or even if you are just an average person, I can tell you people still use Facebook. I know not as much as Instagram or TikTok, but let's try to analyze human behavior. Usually what people do is they go first to Instagram, then to TikTok. When there's nothing to do, they go to Facebook. But the competition is low, so if you are posting there, it's a good idea. Even the prostitutes got it right. I can tell you, all the prostitutes that I know, they are posting on Facebook. Why? Because first, they know there is like an arbitrage of attention there. And second, because they know that the old guys, the millennials, and the Gen Zs are still there on Facebook. So if you're a young person, maybe you are in your 20s, you're thinking, no, Facebook is dead. It's not dead. The viejitos, the old people that are in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, they are there, and those people have a lot of money. And by the way, I don't want to expand too much, but let's come back to the idea that a lot of old people, the kids are away, they don't have nothing to do, so these old people are also a good market. And before wrapping this podcast and going to the wisdom nuggets, I have some wisdom nuggets about Andrew Tate, interesting to share with you. I can tell you that also there is a huge opportunity, and I'm going to discuss this with my community Baltanet. I have 5 big opportunities to analyze in the Peruvian market. But another big one is finding retailers, small businesses that are going bankrupt. Why? Because they don't know how to sell their stuff. Sometimes they open a brick and mortar location and they have the stock there. And at the end, they have to, like the stupid person that at the last time have to sell all the things that they have in their house. The same happened to these people. They don't know how to do the marketing. They are there sitting with the products, and when they cannot pay longer the rent, they have to sell all the stuff in a 50 or 40% discount price. And in that moment, also you can buy and resell on marketplace. So a little gift for the people who pay attention. Now I want to go to the wisdom nugget, but before I forget, I always forget that, the publicity. Más 51 9890 23 986. Only just for 3 things. Supplements, Peru. If you're in Peru, you can buy supplements in josebalta.com. If you want to join the winner community and you can have access to this fortune teller ball, you can go to baltanet.com. And if you want to buy my audiobooks, I have one that is called Eyaculacion eterna that is going to help you a lot. 3 things fast. First one, yesterday was Women's Day, Día de la Mujer here in Peru. I don't understand why people have that shit of Women's Day. I understand Mother's Day because at least it's kind of a huge hassle to carry the baby for 9 months, open the legs, destroy your pussy to bring the kid out. I understand the Mother's Day. But the Women's Day, that shit doesn't make sense at all. But where I'm trying to go with this is that also yesterday in the center, in el centro de Lima, there were a lot of riots, manifestations of these feminist women. Many times, I don't know if people ask this question, but yesterday I heard Andrew Tate talking about this, that whenever there is these riots or this group, some people who want to take over the country start giving money to these people so they can continue rioting, walking around the street, closing, destroying small businesses that are around there. So we need to pay attention. Whenever we have a manifestation, whenever we have people, like marching, protesting for something, we need to ask the question, who is supplying money and resources to these people? Because it's very unlikely that organically some people are going to gather and say, we want to protect our rights. Usually you don't have time. You are working all the time. So we need to pay attention to that. Where I wanted to go is that, I still have time, is that yesterday I had a huge party here. 3 houses from here, the motherfucker neighbors, they were celebrating Women's Day. I was like, fuck, I want to sleep early today. The day that I want to sleep early, they decide to do this big party. What I did is I bought before like 8 white noise speakers. So when I bought these 8 white noise speakers, so the white noise, the thing that makes that noise, so I can sleep better, I thought I was overdoing the stuff. I think I'm exaggerating my behavior. But yesterday that we had that party here, I was so fucking happy that I bought them. So today while all my neighbors look like shit, they look like they are tired, I'm able to have my energy because I was protected with my 8 white noise speakers. Of course, I'm going to pay attention now. If I see another party from that house or another house, I will try to team up with my other neighbors and try to put the order on the neighborhood. There is a huge correlation between how many parties do you have in the neighborhood and how poor are the people there. So for someone who want to fix their block, always pay attention that. Try to reduce the party, because people say, no, it's just the birthday. If we celebrate the birthday of each person in the neighborhood, we have 300 people there, every day is a party, and now you never sleep in the way that you should. Two extra things, just to wrap in 12 minutes. I was listening this song from Yomo, Dale con Pepa. Dale con Pepa, Yomo, dale con Pepa. Okay, for the old people, you will remember. But when I was listening that song, I felt nostalgia, very nostalgic, because I remember that was the last song I did in the club. Mi último perreo in the club was that song, I remember, long time ago. And that brings us the concept or idea that you never know when is the last time you're going to do something. You never know when is the last time you're going to walk your dog, the last time you're going to play pichanga with your people. So always enjoy the moment. Be intentional. You never know when is the last time that you're going to be able to listen the song that you want online, because if you pay attention now, they are censoring even the lyrics in the song. I remember this song from Ludacris that was like, I'm drinking and driving, no police lights, no police sirens, something like that. And in the part of drinking and driving, now they are censoring that part. So now you cannot even listen the lyrics of your own song. So pay attention, enjoy the moment, because you never know it's the last time you're going to enjoy that thing. And the last part, just to wrap the podcast, the Andrew Tate wisdom that was hilarious, was he said a lot of things. I could have done like a full episode about Andrew Tate, but he said 3 things that caught my attention. First, is raising babies is not expensive. What is expensive if women tell you how to raise the baby. Totally agree. It's not that women are not rational, but sometimes women are easy to scare. So the education system tell the women, like, oh, you need to put your kid in the best school. And what is the best school? The most expensive one. Oh, we need to buy a huge SUV, even if it's not reliable, because it's safer. And at the end, what car the husband buy? The SUV. So if you're a man, you want to remember that you have your balls and that you can also take decisions. And I know it's very difficult, especially nowadays that the man and the woman is working. And even if she's making less money than you, she will try to give you orders because she's the woman. So I'm not saying that there are no smart women. I know there are smart women, but also women tend to be more emotional. Of course, the ones that are consuming this YouTube channel tends to be more rational. But the average woman, and you guys, you know it, you cannot trust, you cannot share 50-50 the decisions with her. You need to remember that you have your balls, and sometimes even if she gave you an ass face, you need to be able to hold your decision. And okay, I will share just one extra one. That he also mentioned the Trojan horse. And I have seen this Trojan horse used as an attack weapon in many countries. Here in Peru, I just want to share 2 with you. For example, the idea of the inclusivity and protect the poor people. You have now beggars in all the streets, and these beggars eventually becomes criminal because they organize, and now there is a mafia. And also the other one, talking about English, because that's also the elephant in the room, is now they are using this idea that no, you should learn Chinese. You should learn also indigenous dialects like Quechua, Aymara. No, that is better. You don't need English. I can tell you. The language of the future is English. Don't be distracted with the Chinese. And I have heard a lot of young generations say, I have to learn Chinese. No, be smart. Learn your English. You will be surprised how many opportunities, not just in the business area, but also in the love area you will have in your life. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, +51 9890 23 986. Leave your wisdom in the comment section.